I'd say a 99p Sainsbury's cook in the oven job. It looks pretty good when it's blurry.
Is it true you love pizza, but you didn't eat it until you were like 20?
I didn't, mate. No, I mean, like, growing up in Liverpool in the 80s. I mean, I'm not saying like, but just the difference between being a child now and being a child in the 80s in terms of restaurants. We didn't go to restaurants.
No,
you know
we
what
talk
I mean?
about this all the time.
Yeah.
We never, like, we always moan at the kids when they won't sit still in a restaurant. But we used to go for like New Year's Eve, maybe go out for a meal.
Yeah.
Like me nana's 70th, we went for dinner. That's the only times I can remember being in a restaurant as a kid.
Yeah, and me and my family, whenever we got food, it'd be the chippy. You go the chippy, you know. Yeah. And so pizza was never something we got as takeaway. And then and when I went to uni, that's when you start kind of eating out a lot more. And I avoided it because I didn't like cheese. I didn't like cold, hard blocks of cheese.
Me neither.
And then I was a starving student, and I reluctantly ate a piece of. It was a 99p Sainsbury's cook in the oven job, and I'm just glad I started there because I think like
only ways up.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a whole world of pizza. It blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, this has changed my life. I went out the next day, I bought 10 of them, put them in the freezer.
Shut up, man.
This is me sorted for the next 10 days.
My Chris
I love
loves
pizza. I love pizza so much.
I love pizza, mate, yeah.
Made to the point of where if I see it on the telly, not even that, the kids had a little wooden pizza like game thing with a Velcro. You'd Velcro the bits together. Yeah. Even playing with that on a morning, I'll be like, I've got to have a pizza tonight then because I've got the craving now. In fact, I'm having one tonight because we've just been talking about it now. I have to have one tonight now.
How old are you now, though, mate? How old are you now?
39.
39. You see, and how often are you eating pizza?
At least twice a week.
Yeah, but nowhere near as much as you used to, actually.
I used to have them all the time.
So twice a week. I mean, it's going to have to start coming down, mate. I think it's what you start having to make decisions. I mean, now I look at when I'm ordering a pizza and I look at it and I go like, and you see all these stuffed crust things with pepperoni in the crust, and you go, I mean like this is a young man's game, this, isn't it?
It's your full daily allowance right there.
I mean, I'm not making the end of the tour if I have that.
Yeah. I'm going to need Gaviscon in the crust as well.
It's sad, isn't it? It's sad what we have to do.
Just how old were you when you lost your eyesight?
So, I mean, I've had it since birth, but it deteriorated over 25 years.
Right.
So, it was I kind of, got on well for the first 10 years.
Yeah.
It was frustrating and a struggle for the second 10. And then I was pretending I could see when I couldn't really see anything for the last 5.
Wow.
So, I was
I think my question is, and I think you know what my question's going to be, could you see that first pizza when you ate that first pizza?
Because I see that when I had that first pizza, I was in that last kind of five years, so I was on the cusp of it, and I'd say a 99p Sainsbury's cook in the oven job. It looks pretty good when it's blurry.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Fucking great.
Yeah. You just take the focus out a little bit. Yeah.
Oh God, I bet you look like Frank O'Manga, did it?
Yeah. Adds a bit of depth to the cheese.
I love that. Are you enjoying the tour, even though it's lasting your whole entire existence of life? Do you love it?
Do you know what does me head in a little bit? And I get it a little bit. People see comedy as being different to other forms of entertainment. People say to me, "Oh, you just do the same show every night." Well, I mean, first of all, you mix it up, you drop things out, you stick things in, you change it around, you have a play. But it's a show. You write a show, you go and do the show. A lot of the chunks are the same from the beginning, but like you don't say that to like. I'm not comparing myself. I'm not saying I'm the Rolling Stones of comedy, but you don't say that about like bands who've been playing the same songs for decades. You know what I mean? They play the same songs. Oh, well, you're just playing the same songs that you've been playing since 1968. Comedy's seen as different, and we bin our tours off at the end of them and then write a new one,
of course. And we never do that again.
But like even just through a tour, people find it amazing that we are saying the same things that we have written that are funny. Whereas, in a way, it's a kind of play, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah.
People go and they learn a play, they do a play for whatever.
Yeah.
So I love it. I do less shows, however many that is, 360 tour shows since the beginning of 2024. Wow. It's still less than I would have been doing in clubs.
You're totally
when
right.
you're doing clubs to pay the bills, you're doing. You're doing. I mean, in London, you can do 3, 4, 5 a night, and you can move around between the clubs, and you're doing a lot. So
you're totally right. Well,
it's what you work towards, isn't it?
I completely agree, because why would you drop that routine?
Yeah.
Yonks, the 2 hours called Yonks.
Yeah.
Why would you drop some stuff out with Yonks and then put it back in? Because then you're going to have, when you do the next tour, you've got to do all of it again, and then you've wasted half of it on the first 175 dates won't have seen the new stuff, so then they come again, and then you've got a horrible mix where you're going to have to bin everything and go again.
Absolutely. It's what Eddie Izzard used to do, and I think he got into a bit of trouble, didn't he, at some point, for starting his new tour off, which was the end of the last tour, and then people seeing the same thing, and he was like, that's how I've always worked, is I organically move it into the next one. But what will happen? I mean, it probably happens with yourself. Is, let's just say you've got an hour and a half of material. A chunk that was 5 minutes over that tour will grow to be 15.
Yes,
because you'll embellish it and you'll find the funny in it.
Yeah,
and then suddenly you've got 10 minutes too much, so you'll end up dropping a bit out that was 10 minutes. You'll do that, and then as another bit grows, you'll go, I'll drop that 15-minute bit out and I'll stick that bit back in.
Yeah.
And you can kind of play around with it, but you're not writing brand new chunks and putting them in. You're putting them in your pocket for the next tour.
Yeah.
But everything grows and everything.
I feel a tour expands and then it shrinks back down to it.
Yeah.
It goes like critical mass past, and then it goes back down to where it should be.
Yeah.
I think an hour and 10, I'm normally happy with an hour and 10. So my support act does sort of 25 minutes interval. I'll do an hour and 10, then I'm gone.
Yeah. So I started the tour with that, and now I'm doing it without the support, and but it's how it works. So I've done the first bit, I've expanded it, and not really shrunk it back down again.
It must be tricky though, comics, because like you say, with musicians, they do the same stuff, and any musicians listening, not that they're going to be, but if you're doing a concert, don't do your new stuff.
Yeah,
because nobody wants to do your old stuff.
Do you know what? Like I always said this. Like musicians have got it easy because they just do all that. And I'm a child of the '90s grunge scene. I went to watch Chris Cornell doing a solo gig at Scala. Chris Cornell's the lead singer of Soundgarden.
Oh, right.
I went to watch him do a solo show, and he played the entire new album from start to finish, and I was fucking furious.
Seriously.
Oh yeah. And it was literally the worst album he's ever made.
He's
a rock musician. He made it with Timbaland's the electronic dance bloody producer.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, go on.
No, and I'm totally in the minority. I went to see Beyonce and I was so excited. I'd never seen her in concert, and it was the Sasha Fierce. And I hadn't listened to Sasha. Stupidly, I hadn't really got into the Sasha Fierce album, and it's all she did. And I was just like, when's she doing single ladies?
Yeah,
and she did at the end. Actually, she pulled it back. But I was like, I'd come for like. Thought you might have done a bit of Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Really old school.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. I think comics do get jealous of musicians because you go, everyone knows the fucking words to this. I would never get away with that.
Yeah.
I've often said comedy's like a scratch card. It's like, done.
Yeah.
You come and see me routine, you've heard it, it's done. I don't think people want to hear it again.
I feel the same way, mate. There's a couple of things where I think there's a few bits of material that I've seen people do that have almost been done like where the audience have revelled in the fact that they've heard them. I think Mickey's Out bit is one of them.
Mickey's Out bit.
Where people have requested it and just enjoyed sitting through it again.
Yeah.
The Kev Bridges used to have a bit about his bit on the telly that he did about somebody seeing him at a bus stop.
You fat boy.
Yeah. And I've seen people request that on, and him do that, and people revel in it. And probably like Eddie Izzard's, Star Wars Death Canteen.
Yeah, there's one more. There's one more actually. There's one more that I know you'll have seen, and I know you'll know. Tom Stade's meat van bit.
Oh yeah.
The meat van bit.
I don't know that.
God, it's so good because he's Canadian. Does this bit about? I don't want to do it, but he does this bit about. But when something about you people, when a guy's selling meat in a van, you lose your fucking mind. so good. It's such a good bit.
Yeah, and I don't think I think I've written a solid show, but I don't think I've ever written a bit that falls into that kind of that people want to request.
I've got one bit that people have requested before, and I've never done it because I go, well, you know it.
Yeah.
But I did it on Russell Hour's Good News. It was me the curry challenge bit.
Yogurt.
There was the yogurt. Get the yogurt. There was a curry challenge story.
Yeah.
And I did, and people go, will you do that? And I go, no. I can't remember it.
Yeah. It feels weird, doesn't it, to then go into something that feels spontaneous after you've been requested to do it. There's a juxtaposition in what we pretend we're doing.
Yeah.
And doing it on request.
Yeah, because I'm trying to tell you something that looks like it's off the cuff here.
It's a little bit like you guys will know this, right? But if you have an argument, right, and then Rosie, you tell Chris what he said wrong and how he should have said it. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like my wife will do this. Like this, you should have said this, or why didn't you say that? Well, go on then. And you go, well, I can't say it now, can I? because I'm just saying what you've told me to say.
Can't school us through the argument.
I'll try and remember next time, but I'm not doing it now.
Do